Half the girls you approach are going to be ugly. There have been way too many times when I thought that the girl looked pretty good from a distance, and when I got the courage to walk up to her was when I just realized, damn, you're an ugly girl. If I knew that, I probably wouldn't even have approached you. Like for example, there was one time in university when I was late for class, as usual, and I saw a girl sitting in the middle of the class, and she had her clothes next to her. From a distance, all I could see was the back of her head and her hair, and it looked pretty good. So after 5 minutes of, oh, should I approach? Oh shit, I don't know, but I kinda have to, but she's in the middle of the class, oh, it's gonna be cringe, fuck. I went up to her, and my plan was to ask her if I can sit next to her. Because if I ask her a question, she will have to look at me. And when she looks at me, I will know that if she is a good-looking girl or no. Well, guess what? She ended up being Asian, which I don't really like Asian girls. And she didn't look that good either way. So I had to stick to plan B and said, oh, never mind, I'll sit behind you. Another time was when I saw this girl in university, and she had a pretty good looking face, and I finally mustered up the courage to walk up to her and sit next to her, and I started talking to her. And started talking. And after 5 minutes, I looked down and I realized she was fat as a pig. And I really don't like fat girls. Like skinny girls, yeah, that's okay, but fat girls. And that was when I knew, alright, I'm not gonna sit next to her the next time. So yeah, half of them are going to be ugly either way. Number 2, another half of them won't even be worthy for you to talk to them. So okay, I know, we've got one half and one half, so there are no normal girls left. No, I kinda mean like the half that, the other half of the half that's good looking, or you know. What this means is that you won't vibe with a fair percentage of the girls you end up approaching. These girls could come from either the ugly ones. I don't really vibe with the ugly girls, unless I want to take one of them back to my friend, so my friend can try and pick them up. Or this could be from the girls who are somewhat average looking, but their personalities suck dick. Like, you know. Or it can even be from the group of girls that are good looking, but maybe they smoke and they drink and the lifestyle they have is so repulsive for you that you won't even want to have them in your life. So you can keep this in mind. Almost half of the girls who you will end up approaching won't even be somewhat like worthy of having them in your life. Like, this might be very controversial, but once you get to a point of really approaching a lot of girls, seeing a lot of people, and you will actually understand what I'm saying. Number 3, even after 1,000 approaches, fear will still be there. Fear was with me when I did my first approach. Fear was still with me the last time I approached a girl in university. Think of fear as a thing that accompanies you throughout your journey and is a good indicator that you're growing. Instead of thinking about fear like, fear, fuck, I'm so afraid, what is this? I'm so uncomfortable. Like, don't think about fear like that. Rather think about it as a thing that accompanies you throughout your journey of becoming better at getting girls. Even I sometimes get afraid. Like, so afraid that, like, it's hard to even tell you. Like, you know that feeling when you can barely even move when the girl is there? When a girl is next to you on the bus and you really want to talk to her, but something deep inside of you is holding you back in your seat, not being able to move, maybe not even being able to look at her. Yeah, guess what? I still have that fear. The only difference is I faced it 1,000 times and now I'm not that afraid of it, but it's still there. I feel it, and honestly, start looking at fear with a different perspective. Number 4, this one hits home. Dating lower is okay. I'm 18 years old, and it's completely fine if you vibe with girls who are under your age, meaning around 16. In my country, age of consent is 14, but I do not want to actually, get a 14-year-old girlfriend. Even though, as cringe as it sounds, when I was back in high school, when I was in grade 12, I was still 18 years old, and there was a 13-year-old grade 7 girl who I had a tiny crush on. I even got her number and texted her the text, "Hey, what do you think of an 18-year-old inviting you out to do something?" But she was so good looking, and yeah. But maybe don't go and try to go on a date with a 13-year-old. But acknowledge the fact that it's okay that you connect with girls who are younger than you easier. Do you know why? It's simply because the marketplace is a bit skewed for us 18-year-old guys versus 18-year-old girls. Us men who are 18-year-old, we haven't yet had that much time to build ourselves up. To build that good physique, to build that jawline, to build that good hairstyle. Like, fuck, my hair is, I am growing it out right now. And that's why somewhat of a skew becomes relevant with 18-year-old guys and 18-year-old girls. 18-year-old guys are on this level, whilst 18-year-old girls are on this level. That's why you will automatically pedestalize the girls, meaning that you will put them above you, and girls don't like that. But if we go back in age, so will we go back in beauty. Beauty, because girls haven't reached their peak beauty yet. So maybe if we take back and go from 18 to maybe 16, we will see an equality between you and the girl. Meaning it will be easier for you to talk to her, to not look up to them so much. What the fuck, I have some mold on my... I just realized I have mold on my... Honestly, it's fine. And the good thing is those 16-year-old girls 2 years from now are going to be 18. Ready for you. Number 5. Master physical touch. I was never really that physical guy, who touches everyone, who touches all the girls, who hugs them. I was rather the shy physical touch guy, I was rather the guy who was shy, but still enjoyed physical touch from a girl, if she was good looking. Meaning that I never really actively touched girls, but if, accidentally one of them bumped into me, or maybe her leg touched mine, I didn't pull away, so I was not that antisocial guy. I actually enjoyed physical touch from good-looking girls, but it was never me who pursued it. Guess what? After approaching a lot of girls, I realized you're the one who has to do it, because you're the guy. And honestly, start small, and eventually, I'll pull up a picture here. Yeah, you'll get to this level. This was a girl who I just met that day, and I thought that, alright, everyone's gonna be all, grabbing each other's arm. Yeah, no one did. And that is what we ended up having. Because at the end of the day, I know what you're after for. You want a good-looking girlfriend, you want a good-looking girl, you wanna probably smash them. If you're afraid of physical touch, afraid of kissing, afraid of touching, touching. It's very important, I think, in a relationship or a male to female, a man to a woman interaction to have physical connection. Because it's a reason, it's a love language, physical touch. Start small. One really nice game I like to play is, hot hands, where you have to slap the girl's hand. That thing creates physical connection between the two of you. Some spanking on the hand. And you will start from here. Physical connection of maybe just a hug, maybe just, and nice and slowly going up. Maybe a leg touch, maybe a kiss on the cheek, nice and slowly going. As time progresses, so does... Imagine this is the scale of a time, like on math class. This is the X and this is the Y. Here is the time, and on the Y, it's the level of the physical intimacy. Here, when you didn't really spend a lot of time with the girl, you don't really have that much physical connection with her, you know. But as you spend some time with her, so does your physical connection with her has to go up. If it goes something like this, that bzz, 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 no physical touch, no physical, no, she won't really think of you sexually, because like, maybe you look good, but if you don't touch her, you don't do anything, you won't get anywhere. So, nice and slowly go up, and master physical touch. So start small, you know, shoulder tapping, maybe holding her hand, maybe then going in for a kiss, and eventually maybe getting down to business. Number 6, keeping your semen inside of you will give you that edge that you need. You know what I'm talking about. You know that inner power you need to, maybe when you're on the bus and you see a girl and you just, oh fuck, I just need that little something that, so I could go up to her and talk to her. That you will get that when you don't bust the nut for a week, a month, or maybe even more. Some of the best interactions, some of my heights of my game and getting girls were in the times when I went on like for a week of not fapping, a month of not fapping, or even more. There is even a pickup artist who said, his name was David X. If you're afraid to approach girls, just stop masturbating for 2 months and you will have that drive to go out and get girls, that drive to go up to that group of girls, maybe in university, to approach and sit next to those random 2 girls, to strike up a conversation with that girl on the bus. Just that little edge that you were missing. Not masturbating and not ejaculating will give you that. Trust me. Number 7. Girls want a good-looking, successful, and playful guy. Note the order. Good-looking, successful, playful. Keep the order in mind. Is the order of importance. If good-looking, meaning that your physical attractiveness is on point. Successful means that you're not a loser. And playful means that you're not a typical nice guy, but not like a stereotypical douchebag either. The order is important because if you are not good looking, but you're successful, you'll probably attract gold diggers. Or you will probably end up in the friend zone because you're just a nice guy who's not good looking and is not successful. If you're successful, you might get some girls, but they will most likely like you for the reason that you're successful and you're nice to them, and not because of how you look. And this looks ties in with your personality. So remember this little thing. Try to first maximize your looks, then your success, getting money, maybe getting, getting better at life. Success is leveling up your physical attractiveness as well, going to the gym. And number 3, being playful. Watch the film called Fuck You Goethe and watch the person called Zeki Müller. He's the teacher. That is a very, very playful guy, I think. That is a bit cocky, but still funny and playful guy. Yeah, that was my point 6. And number 8 is going to be a quote that kind of stick with me, that motivated me to go out and get things done. I think it's either from the book called Radical Honesty or Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. The quote goes something like this. When you're afraid of rejection, that a fear of being rejected, it will corrupt all areas of your life. Meaning that maybe if you're afraid of getting rejected by a girl, not only will your dating life suck, but also your maybe at work you won't dare to do something because you're afraid of rejection, and maybe your work life will kind of hinder as well. Also, maybe your school life or every area you can think of when you're afraid of getting rejected. Just like when you're afraid of going up to the girl because you're afraid of being rejected, it corrupts every area of your life. So the next time when you think about going up to the girl, remember that if you're afraid of rejection, all areas of your life will suck. And getting rejected is 10 times better than regretting and overthinking what could have happened if you approached the girl. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.